I would like to tell you about the supervision. It nicely matches that speech from Paweł, because he also told you that maybe think about supervision. It's a hard word. And also, I'll lightly touch the ideas from Staszek. So first of all, hi, I'm Kasia. I have been working as Scrum Master for about 5 years. Currently, I work at PKO Bank Polski with great product, so cyfrowa hipoteka. And trust me, it's a real issue, a real example of iterative and incrementally delivered product. Despite being Scrum Master, I'm also a trainer, land surveyor, cat lover, yet I'm fine with dogs too. Today, I would like to share 2 stories with you. The first one would be about 2 Scrum Masters, Vanessa and Wade. And the second one would happen actually in almost the same timeline, yet it will be presented from the perspective of Logan, their manager. Please listen closely to this story, simply because it would tell you how we do the supervision process in our company. So whenever you'll see the company logo, it means that you see the standards of PKO Bank Polski that we utilize for supervision. So let's start the first story. So Wade is an extremely experienced Scrum Master. He worked with many teams through many years and helped deliver outstanding products. Yet recently, the things weren't going very well. His team performance was dropping, the retrospective felt futile, and his stakeholders were, let's say, unhappy. And he blamed all external factors. So it was shifting priorities, test environments, and even the time of the year. During the next one-on-one with Logan, he vented about his frustrations, missed deadlines, team's lack of focus, simply, everything. And Logan listened patiently to this venting and calmly said, maybe it's not just the team that needs to change. Maybe the change starts with you. And he suggested him taking supervision sessions with Vanessa, newly appointed Scrum Master. Superstition sessions? No, supervision, which is a form of a feedback session when someone observes you at your work and then provides some insights. Wade wasn't happy about this idea. He was reluctant because, taking advices from someone new felt beneath him. Yet days had come and the team performance dropped even more. So he thought, screw it, what's the worst that can happen? So when he met with Vanessa, he was surprised, because we expected another people pleaser. Instead, he met with extremely well-trained rebel with pragmatic approach. And after several sessions, the process became stable, the process of the supervision, and it consisted of 4 parts. So the first one was when Wade swiftly briefed Vanessa what he would like her to focus on. Second was Vanessa quietly participating in the meetings and take detailed notes, because later she would use it to provide feedback to Wade. And Wade always reminded the team that Vanessa isn't there to judge at all their work. She was simply observing him to make him better Scrum Master. A third part was when Vanessa had to go through her notes and pick the most important elements that she would like to speak with Wade. And finally, the supervision session. it also was divided into 3 parts. So, first part was simply about releasing some tensions. So Vanessa asked a very simple question: what do you feel? And sometimes she added some, icebreaker questions. The second part was always the toughest, and even if time, it wasn't getting better. Because here Vanessa had to ask tough questions, aiming to force Wade to reflect on his actions. And he had to face and name his mistakes and his successes, because that might be extra hard as well. For Vanessa, it was a test whether she can skillfully construct neither suggestive nor with hidden agenda questions. And finally, during the third part of the meeting, Vanessa described the event. So she had to state the facts, only what would, for example, camera lens would record. And she might offer here some suggestions. What should Wade think of next time, or maybe some techniques that he might use. And one of the meetings, she asked Wade, "Why aren't you sharing the data with your team?" Wade almost panicked, because it was an unaccepted mistake for someone with such experience. So for the next retrospective, he prepared a simple chart presenting cycle time for the stories from previous sprints. And when he presented the data to the team, he expected curiosity, he expected engagement, yet he faced strong resistance. Francis, one of his developers, said, "Come on, I won't look into it. Let's just talk like usual and get back to our work." Product owner was also unhappy with such rebellious idea. Wade felt overwhelmed by the anger. He felt helpless, but after a moment, he got his act together. He took a deep breath and strongly said to the team, "Guys, data doesn't lie. We might find their insights how to improve our process. Because, if we want, they might disperse the team or even fire us because we are not doing our job." His confidence surprised the team, and they decided, okay, let's do it. And when they dive into the data, they discovered that almost 73% of delayed stories were poorly described and highly estimated. Also, almost half of the delayed stories came from the same stakeholder. So no wonder why he was, let's say, unhappy. And the team asked Wade to facilitate the refinement sessions, and so in order to make the stories better and divide them into smaller parts. Wade asked Vanessa for supervision through this process. Yet she said, "Guy, trust your instincts. Just stay humble and you know what to do." After this time, both Vanessa and Wade decided to share feedback with Logan. Wade admitted that the sessions allowed him to get back to humility and make his craft transparent so he could inspect and adapt it. And Vanessa suggested, "Logan, since you are such experienced Scrum Master, maybe you would be supervisor for all of us, because we both think that the team might benefit from the supervision process. And for now, let's allow Vanessa and Wade to get back to their work and focus on Logan. As you already know, Logan is a manager of a Scrum Masters team, and he believed that they can achieve even more as a team. He knew that trainings not always provide answer, because everything is easy during a training, and then reality kicks in, people react differently, and let's say it's not so easy. During one of his therapy sessions, his therapist told him about the supervision process she was going through. That sparked the idea in Logan, and he thought maybe I can implement something in my team. Sorry. Opportunity arose in a swift time. When Wade, one of his greatest team members, needed support. So he suggested him supervision sessions with Vanessa. And a few weeks later, when they came back with the feedback, and when Vanessa suggested him to be supervisor, he finally came up with a plan. He compiled rules to make to the team transparent his expectations. And when he gathered it, he presented it during one of the team gatherings. And for the sake of this story, let's focus only on supervision process. So every Scrum Master has to invite Logan or a delegated by him person at least once every 6 months for supervision session. And it also encourages peer supervision. Peer supervision, just something like Vanessa provided to Wade. Logan was worried sick how it would be perceived by the team. He was scared that someone might took this as micromanagement. Someone might thought that it is a tool of control. Some might think that it's a great idea. Yet Logan knew that leading such ambitious and demanding team would always be challenging. And he loved working with them. And he knew that now they can reach new heights once they unleash the power of supervision. And to all Wades in this room, get back to basics. Be supervisor and ask for supervision. To all Vanessas, you are a worthy partner and your insights can really help everyone around you. To all Logans, setting expectations is hard and difficult, and you will also face some resistance. Yet it would pay off in the future. And to all of you, practice humility and ask for supervision. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's really encouraging. There is a bunch of questions, great questions. I wonder, first of all, if this story is a fairy tale or did it happen?
How do you think? I was Vanessa and I was guided by my Wade for some time. And then I was Wade and I got really great insights from Vanessa. And my Logan really helped me a lot throughout my career. My Logans, actually.
I was about to say that probably there was more than one Vanessa,
yes.
Logans, Wades. How many supervisions did you did at your company so far?
I'm not providing this supervision as requested by the framework. I personally conduct these peer supervisions, and I believe I did, I don't know, something about 20, 30.
Oh. And what about the entire company? How many supervision pairs are there? Or
I do not have any data about that. I know that in my team, so the team that Scrum Masters team that work at Cyfrowa Hipoteka, we are conducting such sessions at least, we agreed at least once a month. So at least once a month, someone needs to ask another one for supervision.
Mm-hmm. Do you document any improvements or feedback for sharing knowledge later on?
If the supervisee wants to share the feedback, then it's fine. Yet, I trust that there might be some issues that she might not give to the rest of us.
Mm-hmm. Do those supervisions are used only as an improvement tool, or also maybe as an assessment that may lead to firing, for example, or assessment that may lead to salary increase?
You know, when Logan does his supervision sessions, it provides him with insights how to develop this particular person and how can he guide the person to growth.
I think the next question is from some kind of Logan here. Did Logan really had no pushback from his Scrum Masters?
How do you think? Come on, we are people. People and normal employees. When we face a change, there is resistance. If you face no resistance at all, that means you have people in your team simply don't care.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. That's deep and brilliant. Any tips for people who are supervised or who will be, hopefully soon?
Just perform as usual. If you try to make something great because someone is observing you, you won't receive the feedback that you really need. So try to act as usual, because then you'll probably find some problems that you do, and that maybe you're not as great as you think. Or your act is acceptable or even great, because that also happens.
Cool. One question from me, since I would like to introduce this kind of process at the company. Do you think that writing down the structure for it was helpful or maybe even limiting to some extent?
This structure is so easy that for the first time, just take it and do it as it says.
Okay.
In time, improve it. Just trust the process.
You can ask the question.
So what is the supervisor code of ethics, right? So first of all, don't judge. So switch your thoughts to it's interesting from that's terrible. That's first of all. Also try to be supportive and don't share your thoughts with anyone without consent from the supervisee. I know that when you are performing therapist session, there are specific code of conduct. Here, it's not strictly procedured.
It's just a job, yeah. So,
yeah.
So one more question that came into my mind. So, what if there are some weights that refuse to be supervised in the organization?
We require simply for them to be supervised.
I thought so. Thank you very much.